Welcome, welcome, everyone. I'm
What a
just going to get
beautiful intro, Deborah. It's
thank you.
lovely.
Those
Yeah.
little things are called metallic alien 3D renderings or something. They're really cool. I'm glad I
Okay.
found it.
Very cool.
Oh, it's so good to see you. Carl's here from your channel. Thank you so much, Carl. Tropical Express. Rossi is here. Thank you so much. Everybody is there we are. So let's say a quick prayer for Bora Bora, should we? Because we just learned that she has a little bit of an emergency. Janet, our hearts and prayer is with you as a group right now, even with the replay. Just say, cast a beautiful rainbow over Bora Bora 333. So she feels our love.
Yeah.
What did she?
Absolutely. She lost her sister Marie.
There it is.
And she had to go, of course. And but yeah, we sent her a lot, and it was a surprise, apparently.
Yeah, apparently a surprise. She was on. She had a sister when she started texting here. Now she doesn't. Wow. Yeah. God bless. God bless. So everybody say a quick. Heavenly blessed honey.
Isn't that great? That's
I
her.
love that.
Her name is Sonia.
Sonia.
And she changed her name to that because she's thinking about a show, having a show at some point. So
awesome.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Heavenly blessed. That's sort of what we're going to head on to today is moving into sending prayers. Yes. Moving into what to clear, what to not clear. I'm always I hadn't mentioned this to you before, ALEY, but I'm from the school of thought that we don't really need a prayer of protection because I'm a child of God and I'm already, if I say I need protection, it means I'm assuming I'm not protected. We're always protected.
We're always protected.
And then to clear, I have a protocol to clear, but it's really, really quick. Clear my room, if there's a ghost in there or something like that, entity. I can clear that out really, really easily. I don't need to go through a ritual. However, I believe, because we change our life at the level of action, not wishes. Oh, I wish I had the feeling that I was deeply loved. I wish I had that feeling right now. Well, there are things you can do at the level of action. It does not mean calling your sister and say, will you tell me you love me? It's not soliciting for love, but it's that feeling of warmth through because your angels are really, really close to you. And all they can do to help you is lean you towards the good. That's what they can do unsolicited.
Right.
But to bring but to invite them in is pretty neat. I have a question here. We might get to questions today. Gosh. My eyes are.
I know, honey. I know. I totally get it.
And I know that it. Thank you, dear monitors. Yes. So, if you want a question, I don't know if we're going to do questions. We might. I would love to know your ways of clearing, what you feel you need to do, and what you have to do. I did do a video on, and it's to the bone video on how to treat your tarot cards.
Okay, good.
But there are some people who feel they need to be wrapped in fine linen, slips under your pillow. They can't touch the ground. Nobody can touch them. Their energy would be. So I don't follow that at all. I did in the beginning because I wanted to know what it felt like. And I felt no different. In fact, I felt more anxious reading for people and I'm reading a lot of people a lot of the time, and I don't have time to clear my cards.
That's very true. That's very true.
So I had so much anxiety, and if I start and I forgot to clear my cards before a reading, and I get anxious, so that didn't work for me, but it does work for some people. If perhaps, there's another question about clearing. So I'll get to you, Carl. So there are times when I come back and I actually do a clearing. Now, there's a prayer I do every morning before working. And there's a prayer I do before I do clearings for people and stuff. There's all of that. Do you have prayer that you lean into?
I do sometimes. Usually it's more calling in my angels, calling in my guides, calling in all the people to surround both myself and the person I'm reading for, if it's a private reading. And there is a poem or a prayer, I guess, that I use from Unity Church.
Oh yeah.
Because they have a really good one. I just can't think of how it starts, but it's really awesome. It's not, I don't know, it's not churchy, I guess is the best word I
right.
could say.
I don't like the churchy stuff either.
Yeah.
There's one I like. I'll read let me read it. Oh, let me find it first.
Okay. A tropical empress, you mean? Is that?
No, I'm going to read I have a
oh, you're going to read. Oh, I get you.
I'm going to read one. Yeah. If I can
right.
open it, So this is what I do before I do like a soul realignment. This is the one I read when when we're always talking about getting up into the upper octaves. And so on this day, I choose to lift my mind, to lift my expression, to lift my availability to a higher level of knowing. I will claim the benefits of this choice and accept the teachings available to me at this new place. I align my energy field to all that is required to sustain me in this new level of being. That is to move you into that all acceptance where the perspective is you are the observer. And then before I start,
I can't find it, but it starts out, we are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Have you heard? I know you've heard it.
Yeah. I don't know, but I love the way it sounds to think we're that, because we are that powerful.
We are that powerful, and we are connected. And so that's why I like that one so much. When one is helped, all is helped. Therefore, in the name of whatever, I don't think it's Jesus, but higher power or something. And it's very serene and calming as well. I like it. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that was fine. The Tropical says, I also pray every morning during the day if a spirit wants to connect, or my spirit team and I say a prayer every night before going to bed. It's almost like opening and closing portal ways, because we open them and close them all the time. Well, we open them, mostly open them, and we have to learn to close them as well. So thank you, Tropical. That's great. And here we are with Hypnicity. I attend a Ramtha workshop at Unity in Seattle. I'm a Seattle girl too. In the 80s, I like the energy of Unity. I do too. There was one time I did quit Unity because of the direction they were going into, but we all go into directions we might need to lean away from, right? It doesn't make them bad. Denise, you're here. So Spirit guided me here. I had forgotten that you girls, I love it when we're called girls, we're sharing today. I love that. Thank you so much.
There it is. I put it in my chat. I found that it's very short. I found it. And it's called the Law of One. That's what it is. The Law of One. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I just love it. The power of prayer. Yes. So that's one of the things you can do to clear. It's almost like if you feel that there's too many things breathing on you at once, then you can gain distance with prayer, a buffer with prayer. So you were saying earlier that you feel you want to start clearing something. Is it your house, spring cleaning, or I don't know?
Well, it's more some things that have been bothering me. I have some resentment around some things, particular things, actually. And I don't need to carry that anymore. That's a huge burden. And so I am going to eventually have ceremony where I write it all on a yellow pad. I'm resentful for this. I'm resentful for that. And then I'm going to take it out into the fire pit, and I'm going to burn it. I'm going to release it. And I'm going to probably send out love and energy to the universe. And so that's just one thing that I'd like to release. There's a lot of other things, but you got to start somewhere. So
Right.
that's where
Exactly.
that's where
And
I'm
I
going.
think you can, when you do a ritual like that, where it's intentional, the fire
Right.
is there, you build it intentionally, you build it with prayer, and you know, go through it.
Yeah.
Then once you've occupied a spot in your life with that energy, you can just go ahead and get back to that in your imagination when you want to purge as on the run, like when you want to, you start feeling resentful about something,
Resentful
then
or any
you
other
can
kind of
just
bad.
in your
'Cause it hurts
imagination go back
you.
into that.
It ends up hurting you to hold on to that. So I need to release it. We did that one time. We were having a lot of financial difficulties, and we cut up our credit cards and burned them. And it was very powerful for us. So I think you can do it with anything, really. Yeah.
They used to, my grandmother and grandfather talked a lot about this with their group of friends, that they would have mortgage note burnings.
Yes.
They would burn their mortgage note
after
when they've
30
had
years.
their house. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I know. That was a celebration for them.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we finally don't owe anymore, you know, a mortgage. Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There we go. I have another one. There was I want to go back here to sorry, I'm putting my glasses on. They reflect blue, if I get them in the right spot.
Oh. Well, see, I live with rose-colored glasses.
I love that. You know,
actually I can't see anything, but they're kind of fabulous. Yeah.
I found a pair. A girlfriend and I went to Vegas, and we found a pair of cat eye glasses like that were with leopard stripes and then panther stripes or something like that. The white and the tigers, whatever, white tiger. It was in that casino. And then I just love those glasses. You can't see a thing through them. But then, as luck would have it, we got to be backstage in Caesars with Huey Lewis and the News.
Oh my God.
I mean, it was amazing, the information I got from the stagehand that's been there forever, even with Elvis. He loved Elvis, but he would always come in late or something. And it would all the stories, and then Huey.
Yeah.
But I had we had those glasses, and so we were backstage. I guess people could see us from the side when we had our glasses on and bouncing.
Sure.
Good memories.
Oh, yeah, that's a wonderful, wonderful story.
I love
the only thing you need to add to these glasses are the grandma chain. You know.
You do need that. That's sparkly. It has to have sparkle on it.
Yeah, it has to have some crystals or something. You know, the fake ones. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Yes. It's called bling, girl. It's called bling.
Bling bling. Yeah. There you go.
So, I was taught to use a circle of protections from my guides. I have had few negative energies in my environment in the past. Once I sense the energy, I ask God to help and to rebuke it. Then it's gone, and that's good, because you have you have power over whatever's in your room. I swear.
Absolutely.
Well, there are people hanging with you, souls that are hanging with you that really need help to see the other side. You know, it's not like I'm going to talk when I do entity removals or entity relocation. It's that I'm not going to try and talk them out of their pain or talk them out of the reason they're here. It's no reasoning with them, but just stay firm that there's a place better. And if if you do not voluntarily lift your energy from me, I will escort you, or call that third order escorts, and escort
setting boundaries with the other side.
I do, because I have they come, I clear for people too, entity relocation. So and a lot of times they'll go from the client to my house, and I'm saying, not in my house.
Not invited.
No. They'll start moving things. Not.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
going through knowing that you are that powerful
Yeah.
is
It's amazing. It is.
amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
So there is a few questions here
Okay.
that are for. Now I'm going to take this one first with Carl. The can
Okay.
I have a clearing of stuckness or bad habits? Yes.
Yeah.
But we're also going to give you tools
Mm-hmm.
on how to reset your mind, because bad habits, just like that low down cheating daddy you can't get over, keeps coming back in your mind. In reality, that low down cheating daddy is really bad for you, right? And you know
Yeah.
that if you're in the moment, that's a bad guy. I
Oh,
got to get
right.
away from this.
Absolutely. Yep.
But it's when you dated that low down cheating daddy and you thought he was someone else.
Correct.
And you went into your imagination and started living vicariously through the future with this ideal low down cheating daddy. Well, then he became one, but
Mm-hmm.
you're still in the future. So there's a
Right.
reason for a bad habit. There's a reason why you have it, especially if, let's say, I'm going to take smoking. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say you smoke and everything you know is bad for you, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Then understanding how it benefits you before you say cast away, go away. How does that smoking benefit you? I
Yep.
know when I smoked, it was such a blessing, because when I would light a cigarette, I would center back into the moment.
Wow.
It would
Okay.
be
That makes
amazingly
sense.
effective,
Yeah,
because
that
it
makes sense.
brings your awareness back to your body, because you're just sucked in
Right.
some smoke.
Correct.
So that is what I want to keep. I want to release
Right.
having to smoke to be able to feel
And
that. So
just
when
keep
you
the
reverse
feeling. And keep the feeling. Yeah, yeah.
engineering, Carl, would you mind mentioning in the chat give me a bad habit you're thinking about that we can go to? Because if you have a habit of choosing poorly, what are you getting out of that poor choice? Or just like entertaining the thought.
Yeah.
Let's see if we
Well,
can
I'll
get
give
going
you an
further.
example of mine.
Yeah.
I have had bariatric surgery, and I lost weight, and then that was in 2016. And then about 2022, I guess it was, I started gaining some weight back, and ended up gaining about 20 pounds. Let's just say 20 pounds. But my bad habit was I was eating junky food again, because I have a limited stomach, but I was choosing the wrong things. And what that gave me was, for me, a release of anxiety, sadness, loneliness. It was like that was what was keeping me in that thing. So now I'm on Ozempic, and I've lost 25 pounds, and I feel fabulous. I don't have any cravings. And so, but this is I mean, a lot of people would say this is a false narrative, because you're taking something that isn't making you feel a certain way anymore. Whereas I need to work on this part of me, not just the part that requires me to take this to feel this way. So I love your explanation for that very much. And I see myself working on that, because I can't stay on it forever. It's not a good
Yeah,
idea.
but I think your body, but see, here it is. What the
Okay.
medicine does is give you an opportunity to feel what it's like to be free from cravings. That's
Yes.
what it's designed to do. And so
Right.
if you move into that sentence, that moment, then and say, guides, I want this
Feeling.
mindset, this
Right.
feeling,
Right.
with or without the chemical.
Right.
And I believe you will remember what it is, because
Okay.
all of those well-worn neural pathways. So some of the flash I got when you had the surgery and started eating junk food, right, with that one, what came to
Several
mind
years
is,
later. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, what came to mind is like I was going to say F, like F it, or something. It's almost like
Yes.
we
Yes.
are we are bound into these meat suits, and we have to abide by those rules, and we want to abide by spiritual laws, and
I'm
the
tired
two
of it.
don't mix.
That's right.
Dang
I'm
it.
tired of it. Yep.
Tired of it. And recognizing that, and then I think things shift. There was Carl did excuse
he
me.
did answer.
Yes, he did. It says, I beat myself up. Now, Carl, if I had your birthday, I can tell you some extra stuff about that. But I'll tell you, we are so hard on ourselves. And my guess is in my imagination, I'm thinking you're a certain number life path, because there are certain people who are so innately competitive, but it's like they don't know anything different. They'll compare themselves. Just, it's unconscious. Compare. And if there's no one there to compare to or to aspire to, then they start competing with themselves, which is the way you should be doing something better the next day than it was yesterday, that type of thing. That's the way to do it. But beating yourself up, it's one of the ways, because I'm that way a lot. And I get tired of it, and I say, well, I won't understand that situation, what I'm regretting saying or doing. I'm not going to understand that until my life review, until I figure out what and so I just kick the can.
Right.
And
down the street.
And so I have that agenda that way. So that might help.
He did put his birthday in February 11th, 1971. You're a kid. I was a sophomore in college then, Carl. Not college. 11th. I'm sorry, high school.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Hi, BA.
So this is a good year for you. Well, you don't need me to say it's a good or bad year. I don't mean to say it like that. But the 3 personal year can be really very, very creative. If you stop beating yourself up long enough to actually create something, you'll find a freedom inside of that. But let me just go a little more into this. 71.
Joyful journey. That's my birthday. No. She says September 29th. It's not the same year, but that's my birthday.
Oh, okay. So I'm So, and
she's on your channel, so she can't see what I wrote. That's why I said
it. So what it is that you were born to kind of beat yourself up because you haven't. Well, it's true, because it's a different perspective I'd like to share with you, Carl. Because it's this, you're a master number 22. You can go online and say, what does a life path 22 mean in numerology, and find out that you're the master builder. If you are not building something, building a clientele, building a cake, building a doghouse, building a business, building something for yourself or someone else, you're going to start ruminating, thinking you're full of junk. You're worthless. You're this or that. So keep that in mind, because we change our life at the level of action. Just build something, even if it's just a list or an Excel sheet of some information. That's building something, and it's going to shift you away from that I hate myself long enough to see a different perspective. And that's your foothold out of that rotten feeling. Wow. That's been my experience. What about you?
It's interesting because he is trying to make something happen, and I've tried to encourage him to let it go and let it flow. That's really important.
Oh, you know what he's trying to build?
Yeah. Well, he's over in the Philippines. He lives in the Philippines. He's trying to get a business contract going and get paid. And it's just delay. But look, I'm getting the delay in the 9 of Swords, and your judgment over it, if I took this literally, and it can be read different ways, but hang on, because look, it's the 6 of Wands and money, well-deserved success. You are being noticed. So I think that it's going to turn the tide, Carl.
So Carl, trust that, but remember that all this suffering you're going through doesn't mean you had to suffer all of this to feel pride. The 6 of Wands. You don't have to go through the 9 of Swords to get to so that's where we have to, objectively, and we really do need to think of it like black and white like that.
We do?
Yeah, we do, because we look, you look back and say, oh, what got me here? And so many times I thought, oh, it's my hard work, it's my grit, it's my this and that, when all the while it didn't have to be.
It didn't have, we don't have to make things happen. We have to allow things to happen. And that's the hardest part. We think we can control it, but we can't. We cannot. Right. And Carl, my feeling is that your attorney showed back up, very good, but you're also dealing with living in another country where the rules are very different. And so is the laziness or the activity. And I don't know, I haven't lived in the Philippines, but it's different.
Yeah. It's competitive.
Competitive. Yeah.
But if anybody has the edge, it's you with a 22 life path. But please do look it up online and say, we do have another question here. This is interesting. Let's try this one with, Carl. So we have a clearing for stuckness or bad habits. We just, Carl, we just went through all of that. So my bumper sticker, we change our life at the level of action, not wishes, or is it inaction? So maybe you've been running around town doing XYZ to get ABC results. And what you really need to do is just wait. And in your imagination, cast your net wide. And when you cinch that net up with all the prospective investors or buyers or something, clients, that type of thing, that's a good mental exercise.
Very true.
I'm sorry that you feel the three personal year. Please look that up, because it is a blessing. You have 6 months left in a 3 personal year to take advantage of the blessing. And what the blessing is this free flowing creativity that could happen with you. But if you're busy feeling stuck and not motivated or whatever it is, fill in the blank, then you miss that blessing. It'll come around in another 9-year cycle, but why wait?
Why do you want to wait? Well, you're better off than me, Carl, because I'm in a 1 year, and boy, am I feeling it. It's been a hard year for me. Very hard. But I'm trying to find the blessing in it. I really am.
The blessing for a one life, if you release what happened in your last year, that's how you get your perspective of the one personal year by analyzing 2023. And so, but what you could and could not let go of, ALEY. You had no choice on a lot of this stuff, and it's come in. So what life is asking is a new perspective or a new action that you normally wouldn't do. And man, your life really has been through that, isn't it? You lived in a different place for a little while. You went without heat, or
I had frozen pipes, and then I had my house is still all undone from getting fixed because a pipe burst, and then my husband's been sick for 8 months. It's been a real
all these new things to be able to be an observer for instead of a victim of, but that could take work. We see you. I'm going to say that we all see you, and we are blessed to have you, ALEY. And here's why. In a one personal year, many people just want to go in their shell and say, I don't want to try and negotiate anything more than what's on my plate right now. And being on YouTube and looking at your numbers and analytics, and that's a terrible thing, right? Because because a one personal year asks you to look at things differently, and in setting up your next, because next year's 2, your collaboration. But in a 1 and a 7 year, we're lucky to have any 1s and 7s online giving of themselves. And you open up to a lot of people.
This is my salvation, being on YouTube. Really is. Really is. It's my fun. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad. We do have a question. Joyful journey. Will my new job be good for me going forward? Let me see what.
Oh, thank you, everybody. You're so kind. I love all you guys. You're like my family. You really are, all of you. And Deborah, and the people I work with, I adore them. So
same here. I'm looking for questions. Any messages? Here we go. Diamond is here. Hello, Diamond. I got you starred, sweetheart. What'd you get?
Well, I got a lot of cutting out of things when we're talking about that today. So the first thing here is be careful of hidden enemies. You don't want if you cut out talking about good things for you, unfortunately, with anybody at work. They're gossipers. The second one I got is it's a double-edged sword. There may be some injustice that you'll have to deal with. And I think it has to do with those hidden people. So I'm not trying to be negative with you because that's not my thing, but just be careful. That's all. Because look what happens. If you're going to love the job, it's just going to be great. So just beware of that kind of thing.
You will not believe the cards I got.
The opposite?
No, the very same.
The very same.
Yes. So you have, this is the four corners of work, right?
Yep. Yep.
And it has something to do with people. So you have this three of cups, which is socializing, celebration. You kind of like the people at work. You want to be liked by the people at work. Sure. But Spirit is saying you're too free with that. See, this is the eight of swords reverse. It upright means you feel you're at no choice. You can't move forward, or you're either stuck or disciplined, depending on your perspective. But comes in reverse. You're too free with the information you have. There is an older woman with the Queen of Cups. She's silky smooth and sweet on the outside, but not your best interest. Now, I do have that things will pay off, which is judgment, but it's reversed. So what that means is if you take heed and you'll automatically start talking about something personal and then button it up and take it back. It'll take some consciousness to do that, but it'll pay off. We both got some really awesome things. This is the Ace of Wands, meaning new action. You're going to be celebrated for that. So things end up really good, but why go through any kind of misery or anything? Isn't that funny?
Don't allow it to happen. Yeah.
Got the same one. And so thank you for that.
Oh, wow. She knows who you're referring to. She sees her.
Okay, awesome.
Good. See how intuitive you are about it.
What is that? Keep your friends close, your enemies closer. That's what she's doing.
Closer, right? Yes.
But there's something you say that gives them the impression that they know you, and then they'll assume things that you have done or said, or that that.
Yeah, we get a lot of people that get jealous because we're going for the weekend. We're going to this place. Oh, must be nice. You get that.
Serious.
Yeah, there are people that do that. There are. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
So I have got Ness here, my sweet Ness. Love read for the week. What energies do you see coming up? Let me look.
You guys are being so kind in the chat to Carl. Thank you. Yeah.
You have a friend in us, Carl. We are here for you.
Yeah. Oh, you're a life path 33. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ness is the wisdom, divine wisdom.
Yep. All right. So the first thing I get for you, Ness, is balance. It's important for you to find the balance this week, and weigh your options. There may be something you'll have to think about that's pro or con, and you have to kind of write a list or whatever it is that you do in order to figure it out. But there's somebody that's emotionally draining you. And I don't know if it's a person that's you're involved with, if you found another person that you are dating or something, but this also could be intimate communication about something. So it could have something to do with the energy sucking person, or it could be totally different. Just be very careful. And you know what? Everybody's energy is being sucked right now. I'm seeing over and over again. So it's not just you.
So true.
Yeah.
Now with that, I do have the Two of Cups reversed. So that's the the fang and the lips type of thing. And I do see the two of swords reversed. Now the two of swords upright is you're taking a pause, you're weighing things out, like the, you know, what you said, and it looks like everything's going to pay off for you. It's not like you have to like change anything, but I don't need to say this to you, Ness, but be the observer. You're already the observer, because the other three cards, I mean, I've got the seven of Pentacles, meaning all the work you've put into so far is going to pay off in a big way. I do have an older gentleman, a wise one. This seems like a professor or something like that in your life, upright, appreciating you. And then the Six of Wands. In my deck too, you had it last time, the Six of Wands, where you're going to get some accolades. I like that.
There you go.
I like that. I like that. So Diamond, had any messages?
Sure do shine.
Yay, yay, yay. Let me see here. Let me go back to the regular. Sometimes I lose track of where we are.
Yeah. Ooh. All right. So I'm working with the cards, the tarot cards, and you know that I may get this a little wonky, so I'm just going to read it and you can tell me. The first thing I get is the Two of Cups. So I'm seeing harmony and balance. You know, these words are on the card, and also you inspire people. And I'm thinking it's you and your husband, because I know he's been trying to get something going, but it looks like you're going to be celebrating perhaps with him. You never know. So maybe something will come through. But then I get the Hierophant. And it is the traditional way of getting something. And so, you know, old-fashioned way of earning or getting or whatever. But the Magician comes in. And why this is important is you have two major arcana, which is fabulous. It's a great, strong read. But the Magician means you can do whatever. You got the power.
You got the power.
Trust your intuition. Things are going to manifest quickly.
Yeah, it will actually, because I've got a lot of pentacles for Diamond.
Okay.
So when somebody wants a general reading, I ask, the first card is going to tell me kind of the theme of the rest of the read. I have all these pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, which is success, feeling successful in a tangible way, and the King of Pentacles, which could be a banker or your husband or whoever it is that has dominion over your tangible items. I do have the Chariot for the first, which means quite literally you have to make sure, you might need to, you know, break a sweat, moving your horses in the right direction, the same direction. There's two horses, white and black. And the trick to the Chariot succeeding is if they're both pointed at the same point of the horizon. If they're not, it doesn't go anywhere, right? But you have to physically do that, wrangle them together so that, but you have the ability. That's the cool message of this.
Yeah.
I do have the Seven of Pentacles, which is building a good future. It is reversed right now, which tells me that Spirit wants me to tell you that that is going to turn around. So if you're spending a little bit today, don't worry about it. The Wheel of Fortune is there's an uptick in good fortune coming in. And then after this Wheel of Fortune comes in, I've got all these pentacles. So if you have to spend a little to make sure things go in the right direction, please, do it. Yeah, with us, entertainment purposes only.
That's right.
We always have to say that. That's awesome. Okay. I think I got everybody. That's Diamond. Yeah, I got everyone on that line.
On that line, okay. There was somebody that wanted a reading. I'm trying to find him. Noor at 12:35, and there was another. Oh, Marby at 12:35.
Yes, joyful. Well, why don't you just read it, because I don't want to take time.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Marby, let's go with Marby first. I'd like to have a message from my guides, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Barbie, you must be awfully hot in Texas. Oh,
It's supposed to be hot. We finally got, warm here in Oceanside, California,
it's a gorgeous day here. Yeah. Although
Yeah.
we always have a bit of a breeze where I am, and
Would be.
it's so pleasant. No,
Yeah.
I'm further down south now. I'm not in Whidbey anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. That's where he had his office when we were up there. All right. So, Marby, I see that you've been a very busy bee. Look at that. You've been doing a lot of hard work and focusing on it, and it says you're going to be rewarded for that hard work. So I don't know if you're up for a promotion or a raise. Maybe it's your turn for a raise, but it looks like you're going to be recognized for doing a good job. But they still want you to keep your guard up. It's really awful, but in every single, I'm feeling it's a work situation. In every single work situation, there are people that don't do the work. They don't do the work, and they do really well. For some reason, they're not seen. So keep your guard up. But it says here, Neptune is a very watery sign. It's gorgeous. And it says control your emotions, or it could be that maybe you're going to go somewhere on the water. If you go to the water park, or if you go to, I believe you're in Dallas, so you're not near the ocean, but maybe you will go to the ocean. I don't know. Anyway, enjoy it.
I like that trident thing because I do have the same message with reversed 8 of Cups.
Okay.
Upright 8 of Cups is walking away from something you put a lot of time and effort into. I have it reversed, telling me that usually this means that you got to rethink this. You might want to walk away. I don't read it this way at all because of the 2 cards on either side, which is fast moving energy. I've got 2 wands. So I've got the Knight of Wands and the 4 of Wands reversed. So the 4 of Wands upright is firm, stable foundation. Reversed is you're teetering a little bit. Let me put your mind at ease on how to deal with whatever's coming up. The first thing is that the Knight of Wands, there's very little thought, because it's not a sword, very little thought between thought and action. And so this tells me that you may try, and at the early part of the week, here we are, very beginning, the early part of the week, you might be cloudy as what to walk away from, but you've got this busyness inside of you. I got to do something, and I don't know what it is or what direction it is. Spirit is asking you, the Spirit is asking you to do something at the level of physical action. This could just be, going into your yard and digging something or watering something. It can be anything like that outside of whatever is you're making yourself busy with right now.
That's fascinating. I love that.
Yeah, it really does come in. Thank you, Marby. I did find that. Let's see. There's another one.
So Nora wants to know if we will read on Faisal's feelings for her. Is he serious? So she wants a romance reading, basically.
Okay. All right. Usually I like the...
I just love your tarot cards. I have to tell, I don't like tarot cards. I love your tarot cards.
Oh, thank you.
I do.
Thank you so much.
So expressive and helpful to read.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Ooh, she's got some pentacles here.
Ooh.
All right. So the first thing here, Nora, is you have to start out being content with or without a partner. So love yourself. It's telling you to love yourself. No matter what, no matter if Faisal loves you or is serious about you or not, love yourself first, okay? And here is the Knight of Wands. And so this is who you're asking about, I believe. And it says here, he wants an enjoyable, uncommitted affair. So I think he's kind of a player. And he's like, I really like you, but I don't know for sure if I want to get serious with you. Let's just have fun. And I've had boyfriends like that where I'm like, well, okay, but I had to cut it off because it was hurting me because I had better feelings. Finally, it says, you will both benefit from this relationship, but maybe as friends. I don't know. Deborah?
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
Okay.
It's reflecting here too, but let me explain something.
Okay.
The very
Okay.
first card out for her is the reversed Four of Cups. Upright Four of Cups is this indifference. The world is kind of beige. Well, this means that you're very, very hyper focused on the definition of, is he, does he love me? Does he like me? Where are we going? Because you're asking us because he's not telling you.
Mm-hmm.
So we can assume that, or he's not telling you in a convincing way that you're going to be a happily ever after, because I don't think it's there yet. Actually, he hasn't matured into that. I do see that the chances of it to mature are there with the world, but it can also, if pushed too quickly, we must define where we are and where we're going. That's that's important to you. And I understand that if pushed too quickly, he's going to perceive you as the reversed Queen of Pentacles. Upright Queen of Pentacles is a very balanced person who enjoys fine things and tangible and all that stuff. Reversed means a little bit on the greedy side. I'll just go ahead and say it for respect for time and your efforts here. There's a greediness that you're asking for to have Basil define his devotion to you. I do see that if you don't relax, like what ALEY was saying, it feels like the Two of Cups reversed here is in your future. Now and then your wishes, the Nine of Cups reversed, that type of thing. Now, this does not have to be your future. That's why we have psychic readings.
That's
so
right. That's
what
right. So
Spirit
we
is
know.
asking you to do is, you don't have to say or do anything or make up for what you might have said. I wonder if he thinks I'm too pushy. I wonder if this, I wonder if that. You have to stop doing that and start the Nine of Pentacles, meaning that you want to be the kind of partner that chooses to be with someone instead of needing to be with someone.
That's right. And to love yourself first. Yeah, absolutely.
But I understand that the anxiety. I really, really do.
No, I do too. I absolutely do.
Yeah, but don't unless a person, because I get calls all the time with people that say, what about this guy, this guy, this guy? And then they'll say, well, is he seeing anyone else? Is he cheating, or is he this? And I said, are you exclusive? If you're not exclusive, I can't see he's cheating, because he's just dating. It's called dating.
Right. Dating.
So that's when I get a lot of calls saying, well, you can see the future, what can happen. And there's so many things that you can sabotage in the future. We are on one of the most densely populated bowling balls in the sky. And with all this, we can't see the future, and it's not predestined.
That's correct.
That's important to say. The souls that there are souls on the planet who are from parallel Earths, parallel experiences. Now you can tell who's a parallel, because I do soul realignments and I do planet of origin and think, and I do have a special I want to tell you about. But anyway, there is a soul group that's a parallel, and there is a parallel Earth sort of thing. So I'm just going to blow your mind a little bit open. So it's the same experience as we have here, except we have free choice our entire incarnation. They have free choice prior to incarnation. So their blueprint is set in stone.
Oh my.
So it's like buying a ticket and going for the ride. That's what a parallel does. Now you can identify a parallel visiting in this having an incarnation in the other Earth, our Earth, because they're the ones that can never make up their minds. What do you want for dinner? They can't tell you. What restaurant you go to? Can't tell you. Where you want to go on vacation? Can't tell you. What do you want to do for a lunch? Can't tell you, because that's part of the misremembering when you start a new incarnation. So,
you just blew my mind, and it also explains my daughter. My daughter.
Interesting. Very,
Yeah.
very interesting. Yeah, we
By
have.
the way, there is a show on Apple right now that was from a book that I've read by Blake Crouch. It's wonderful, Dark Matter, and it's all about parallel universes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Once you go down that, you think, oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
And the reason why it blows your mind is because you have experienced that on some level. Your soul is eternal. And how I read, the information I can bring to someone is what your first planet, the minute of origination. So you are a thought of God, or a breath of God, and became a soul. And there's a planet out there, or a parallel out there, or other things I won't go into, but where you land there and you learn that the traits of that planet, and then that's part of what you bring into this experience. So
would explain a lot of people who have are on the spectrum, let's say.
Oh man, yes. Yeah, that is so true.
Yeah.
It's the misremembering that can cause problems. But like with people who are Alpha Centaurian, they have a natural impulse to run towards the fire. Beta Centaurians are the healers, so they care for people after the fire. Arcturians are in the background serving very, very wealthy people with healing and with things that. But there's many soul groups.
There is. I know that I'm an Andromedan. That's what I am. That's where I come from at some point. But
that Andromeda is a galaxy, though.
I know. I don't know isn't what's the one that comes here, Sirius? No.
Sirius. I just did a reading, actually, and she's Syrian. And that's a magnificent, but I don't know if I'd like to do I would need permission to go into your records to find out.
Sure, of course.
But you've been to many.
Oh, sure. We've all been to many.
Yeah, the planet of origination is the one I read about.
Sure.
But there we
are. Sue wants a message from her guides. I give them permission to intervene and help me. Do my guides hear my daily prayers, requests, mantras? I'd say right away, yes. Of course they do. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, wow. What'd you get? We are so in sync, aren't we?
We are in sync. I got an angel. The angels are on your side, Sue. You are divinely protected and connected, not only with your angels, but divine intervention is there for you. And it says, they want you to focus on the future, but don't miss the present, because the present we have to be present in order to live our lives day to day. And then you got to trust your intuition. So you already knew the answer to this question.
Well, I agree that she knows, but I think the reason I like to look behind someone's heart and eyes and to say what brings them to that question.
Sure.
And it is like, I know my guides are around me. That's evident through your reading. I guess the evidence isn't there to the point we're saying, hey, dang, you are around me, right? What we need to do is request a sign and start a language with your guides and angels. So what I see is matters of the heart, bringing in the Knight of Cups with messages. There is the King of Wands, because you're asking specifically about your guides. This is one of your guides. It's not like husband, uncle, banker. It's one of your guides with the energy signature of the suit of wands, which is in other words, the message is he's doing everything he can. And it is male, right? Right. He is doing everything he can to get the message to you. He is also asking you to be a hermit. In other words, the four corners of the questions, do they hear me? Yes, when you are in this certain alignment when you're pure of heart and stuff like that. But also it can come in out of the blue. One of the things that they're telling me, and they've told me this often, I'm sure you've heard it before, where there's parts of your days where you're sort of hypnotized. No music, no this, you're just driving in your car, let's say, and you're driving to a route, and it's that state when you, in your imagination, picture the King of Wands in your passenger seat and just talk to him. And I got a really cool thing to tell you. I've got the Fool card, meaning that life is synchronizing up an incredible blessing for you that's coming in quite soon. I can't tell you, and I wouldn't tell you if I knew what that would be, because you need to approach it with a novice heart. And my sense is it's going to be connected to your guides. So understand, little things can be your evidence. So when I was in the mall, I don't go to the mall anymore, but when I was going to the mall, I thought, I want a sign from my guides. And my guides always said this, well, what do you want to see? I think, well, no, that's yours. I want it more magical than that. But I don't want to have to work for it. Give me some flowers. But then I saw, I was really attracted to this. I've told this before, a pair of red shoes. This is when red shoes came out. And I said, okay, here's my agreement. If, the shoes are walking in the same direction in the mall as me, or anywhere on the street as me, then I'll know that's my sign that I'm going in the right direction. If it's opposite or something like that, then I'll question my direction. So that's little things that you do for that. Whatever your eyes land on, a number or something like that, just stick with it and say, let's anchor this moment with a meaning.
Right.
That's how you start
there you
building.
Go. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. So Tropical Empress, I don't know if you want to still take more questions, but she would love to know what her gifts are. So
I'd need your birth date for that.
Put your birth date in.
But the divine gifts, that's in my while you're doing that. I am running a special I want to share with everybody. Now I do a soul realignment, which is a very in-depth and goes for, it's big. It's on my website. The soul awareness, the whole thing. But inside the soul awareness is the soul profile. Soul profile will tell you whether you're a mono soul or a walk-in soul, which is a one-time soul shift. It will tell you planet of origin and how you bring that into the world, and also tells you your divine gifts. I go into a soul specialty, which is not in that, but that would be, I have it half price, so it's $116. It's on my website, and I just need some information that's on there, and then if I have access into your Akashic record, I will do it. But you emailing me or buying it, that's your permission, and I go check. If your records guides say refuse support, then I just give you money back, saying they're doing something with you. They said for me to get out, so then I return your money and we reschedule once they allow me back in. But that's okay.
That's a real sounds like a good. So her birthday is March 10th, 81. She's a baby.
You're funny. 81. You are here to communicate, to look beautiful, to be in front of the camera versus behind the camera. You are here to teach us how, and if you're not aligned to this, that means you're not aligned to your number, but you can think quick on your feet and change directions easier than most. If you're having problems with that, that's a problem. Then you're not aligned. But that's what your life path number tells me, is that you are able to kind of loosey-goosey around town like your 23/5 life path. So that's communication, that's travel, that's learning new cultures, that's expanding outside other people's comfort zones. If you plan a trip with someone and you miss the plane, you're not going to get all ruffled. You just have a drink in the bar and say, we'll catch the next one. You teach us how to do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that. She's doing her own channel right now.
Awesome.
And she's pretty much just started it. So
she's
I would
destined.
take those strengths. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take those strengths and use them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So the last one I got here is Sonia, Heavenly Blessed Honey. She says she's been seeing blue spots and wondering if spirit or elementals, and if so, is this a message? Her life, she's a life path 3.
So I have a relationship with the white and blue lights. And so they are a little like joy guides. Joy guides are here to bring joy into your life, surprises, wonderful thought. And they're easy to talk to, but they're always surprised you notice them. That is the key to a joy guide. And I say joy guide because I just say white and blue light, but my experience is that they are, they're like 11, 12 years old kind of energies. And they want to please you. They want to synchronize up something that you like, but they cannot hear you and they cannot hear your prayers. They only see what you do and bring you more of that. That being said, if you start a relationship with these blue lights in your imagination, bring them into your world, whatever, however many, if there's 3 blue lights, create in your imagination 3 young kids and start talking to them. And they're going to tell you jokes. They're going to be delighted. You can see them. They're going to tell you what you can tell them, what you want to manifest. And you can also say, even though I'm going to a job I absolutely hate every day, don't bring me more of that. Let me tell you what I want to feel like. So that's when you can negotiate. They're very valuable to have around. Sure. Those of you who don't see the blue lights, you can call them in with a meditation. Yeah.
That's fabulous. Wow. Let's see. Wonderful. I don't know if I can find.
Thanks for doing that.
Sure. G. Moni, 64. Did I miscalculate my year? I got life path 5, personal year 11. But she wants, she needs a new job. So she's wondering, and it's 12/27/64. I do add a little differently than some. And other people do, yes.
It's the same number, but it's it hits the high notes. So you're having a 2. So you always reduce the major numbers into minor numbers when you're doing a personal year, because it's just a 9-year cycle. But the 11/2 personal year is significant. Let's just say that. So that's a 2 personal year. And let me look at the other. Yeah, 32/5. You're right. So what it is that when you have I wonder why you thought it was wrong. The 5 was wrong.
I think she wanted to be sure because she's looking for a job and she's wondering.
I got to tell you something. So when I went on this weird thing with numbers, because I just love them so much, I created lists. I told you I have a list of 100 serial killers and all their birthdays, and I do all that. And then I decided, well, I'm interested in politics. So I took all the, what do you call it? The reporters that are on TV from all the stations, and did that. And you know that most all of the reporters were 5 life paths. This is why they are like investigative truth seekers. The 5. And they're not afraid to get in front of the camera and tell you that. Now, if you are not aligned to that, then you pull back and say, well, I'm going to be in the shadow. I'd rather not speak up if I see something that really doesn't work well. Then you are going to have a hard time finding a job. But go for a job that is consumer facing. It could be customer facing. It could be anything like that. And know that you can be you have a power about you. You know, when you start a job and you think, oh, I don't want to outshine or make people think that I'm all that and all that stuff, forget it. Life is too short, and you are in a wealth building year. So if you hold back, then you're going to miss this wealth building section of your life. So just go to that counter and greet that person, meet them where they are, and do your magic, because you do have magic that way.
Wow. And you know what? I get you're leveling up, you're graduating, and you can create the ripple effect. You're going to make an impact. And you need to know that, like Deborah said. And look what comes with it, the acorn: prosperity and abundance, good luck energy. So
see, there's some people that get up and they study and they study and study to be the best at fill in the blank.
Right.
You don't have to study all that much. You need to know the basics, and then all of a sudden you're in front and you're telling people what the information is needed, whatever that is. Yeah. And so you have a leg up on that. Good for you.
I know. That's a wonderful thing. Absolutely. So we have Brown Bunny Baker. I hope you're still here, Brown Bunny. I love the name. She says, can I have a card reading? So just a general card reading, I believe. So thank you for being here.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're taking over the chat. You're so good at this. I am so bad at it.
It's okay.
I need my glasses.
I can't highlight it because I don't have that permission, but I can certainly try to find it. So that's no problem.
Anna also put,
okay. She come after that, probably just came up. Right.
I'm sorry. I got that totally wrong. Sorry.
Are you still here, Moon Angel?
So we're Brown Betty. Now I'm hungry.
Oh, that makes me hungry. Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
So what'd you get?
Hold on. Just a general read here. Okay.
Anna, I've got your number. All right. Anna, is it Anna? Yeah.
Okay. So you have some ancestral karma that you need to work out. The DNA card basically says that, you know, there are things that have happened to you or happened to your family that you can go in and clear so that it won't continue to happen. And an example of that might be, and doesn't mean this is it, but could be you had a family of alcoholics and you need to clear that, or you had a family that were in poverty and you need to clear that, or whatever it is. It's something that you can physically or you can mentally do and ask to clear the ancestral energy. So from now forward, you have the ability to move with ease, knowing that you don't have to go through that like they did. And it is a puzzle piece. It might be a challenge for you, but I believe that you can do it. And I believe that this because of the next card. You got my favorite card of the whole deck, which is what I am, and it's the Buddha. It says here, positive thinking, fulfilling your destiny. This is something that you can do, and you don't have to be a Buddhist to do it, but Buddhism is not a religion anyway. It's a mindset. It is a philosophy, and it's got some beautiful teachings. So they're just saying that you can be just as empowered as the Buddha and or Jesus, if that's who you resonate with.
You know, I got to tell you, your first thing out was the Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and moving into calmer waters with the Six of Swords. So your money's going to be fine. And it's like that. Those two cards are a standalone message. The next message is, I think you're in your head way too much. And here's why. I've got the Five of Swords reversed. Upright means there's active arguments. Blah, blah, blah. I hate you. I love you. I love to hate you. Arguments. It's only a 5, but it's an irritating 5, and it can corrode and erode a good relationship or friendship or something like that. One of the things Spirit is saying to me is that you feel stabbed in the back. You feel thrown under the bus. You feel pity on yourself. Now, these are both Swords is all thought. I'm not saying it's not real. Someone might have just thrown you under the bus. I don't know. But this is what's bringing you down, or this would up until now, before actually understanding this. It was that you can change your thoughts, and that would change your perspective. And then I'll have the last card is the Wheel of Fortune, which is really a good card. It's a good card whether it's upright or reversed, right? But the wheel is always moving up. So it is coming in reverse. So you might feel justified with that stinking thinking. But if it would be in your best interest to just try, do anything you can, whistle Dixie, bake a cake. I don't care. Take a walk, dig in your garden, pet your dog. I don't care what you do. But when that well-worn neural pathway starts in, just do something a little bit different, and the week will be very smooth.
Very interesting that she has generational narcissism in her family, and she broke the pattern and has come out on the other side. So, wow. Thank you for that verification, hon. Yeah, I appreciate it.
That is great. That is great.
I'm not sure.
I did have Anna. She has her birthday here. I do have a message for Anna.
Okay.
She wanted a message from her guides or something. I had it starred. Oh yeah, it's in the starred. There you are. What are she says, what are my numbers? I can tell you the numbers. You have a fascinating year that you're in right now. And it's almost like the cool momentum you had last year is just like, boom, hit a brick wall. Oh no, now I have to do all the mundane. I have to do all of this and that. And it feels like you're doing an awful lot of work for no reward, or very little reward, or you're trying really hard to imagine a reward for what you're doing. Just keep that up, because the closer we get to the end of the year, it's going to shift and break through. So what you created last year is being tied down this year with a lot of chop wood, carry water, and doing the books and tying up this and making sure this connects and all. And then it's just going to blossom to the end of the year, more of the end of the year. You're also a master number 33, like Ness. And 33s can be, there's a whole range of it, but all the master numbers feel like they're under the gun for some reason that they don't really understand. They know they have the potential to make a huge difference in the world. But imagine if you don't really know what that looks like, you can be pretty frustrated most of your life. But understand that there's a lot of people listening to you. So when you get angry, they'll still listen. Even though you might regret what you say, they are listening because you are the master teacher. So I do think your gifts are amazing. Go online, type in, what does a master number 33 mean in numerology, and learn about your beautiful self. Magnificent.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I've got you trying to balance the scales this year. And sometimes there are things that conflicting feelings or good and bad experiences, which is what Deborah said about the year. But you are ready to communicate. And that's what Deborah said. People will listen to you. They might, they will listen, even though they may not like what they hear. So the microphone. That's fabulous. That's fabulous.
Yeah. I've got L. Agnes. 16.
We got BA Haven as well.
Tell me that one, because these are not in capital letters.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can I get a message from my spirit guides? BA Haven. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's hard for us old farts to see if it's not in caps. Hi, Mary. Thank you.
I need to get those glasses that don't reflect, so I'm not blinding people.
Yeah. Oh, she's got her birth date. She's got her.
Yeah, I see that. You are really bright. You're very smart. I'll just go ahead and say it. You're a genius. It's out in the open.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, you are also a 28-1. you're going to do fine. I mean, you already have done fine financially. You may not think so, but as far as a life path goes, let me see what year you're in. Oh, you're in a one personal year like ALEY.
We can be best friends though, BA. We can commiserate.
That means you just need to look at things with fresh eyes as best you can. Walk away from what doesn't work for you anymore, the 8 of Cups, knowing that you have enough. This is probably 4 of Pentacles is probably the reason why I was to say what I said earlier about your money, because I don't think you think you have enough, but you do have enough. And you can make more. And the last 3 cards, oh my gosh, I've got the Magician, meaning you have everything you need. Also, there's an older woman in your life, Queen of Cups, that's supporting you, and Justice, Lady Justice is here.
Lady Justice.
Very positive.
Absolutely. And I got that right now you've been locked out, and I get that because it's a 1 year. But stay grounded. It's not going to be your legacy. And of course, the tree always has green leaves. And guess what that is?
Yeah.
And have hope, and this year you will have hope because you will be healed, and next year will be a better year for you. Yeah. Wow.
So we'll go with L. Agnes.
Okay.
Angus.
You're a painter in your retirement. Okay.
Say that
you
again?
were in law enforcement. Oh my goodness, BA. Wow. Painting is so much easier, isn't it?
Yeah.
Vicki, I got you there. We'll see what we can do. Okay. Yeah. More fun. I'm sure it is. Yeah.
I added this up wrong.
Thanks to everybody for being here today. I just want to say.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
32. It's a 32-5 personal year.
Okay.
Busy B. I just want to make sure I've got So you are a 32-5. Yeah, it looks like there's stability in the house. And it does show that you're suffering from, I hate the word suffering, but it's suffering from a loss of someone. In other words, there is something that you felt was going to go across the finish line. It has not. This doesn't necessarily mean a relationship. It could be an idea that you thought was really awesome yesterday. It's not going to work out today, mostly because it's just too big. You do run through a little bit of too big for you to imagine doing it yourself. I should have mentioned that. I do have the 5 of Cups, a little guilt and remorse, and Temperance reverse, meaning that you're all over the map with this emotionally. You need to, easy for me to say, but if you can just slow down a little bit and understand that there is some value in that project or that person that you thought was going to be over here and really big. There is value in there somewhere. There's a gift somewhere. So your job is to see what it is and then manifest it in a little different way, because you're close. You're just really, really close.
Wow. All right. What I did was I pulled Strength. Yeah. So that's always a good card. And sometimes we don't really want to say, just be strong. You'll get through it, So, but that's actually a beautiful card. It says you have a sound position, and you got a new creative venture coming for you with the Page of Cups. I love the Page of Cups, and I'm getting maybe at the end of the year, your victory will come. So, yeah. I love that the cards align with the number, Deborah.
Yeah.
They really do.
They really do.
Yeah, they do. All right. So
I've got Moon Angel. She wrote it capital letters. Thank you, Moon Angel. I'm going to read you right now.
All right. Then we'll go back to Vicki Howell. Okay.
And then we probably need to button it up because it's been a long time here. We don't want people to get bored of us. Oh, guess what, Moon Angel and everyone else? She hit the wrong button. She'll be in a minute, back in a minute. So it's a 4 personal year. We were laughing at
that.
you.
I don't know what the heck happened, but all of a sudden
we're laughing at you, and then she's gone.
Woof, woof. All right.
19. 45. Oh, beautiful. So this is interesting. So Moon Angel, you are a 24/6 life path, which makes a 4 personal year easier because you your whole life, it's like you value balance and harmony. You value mediation. You value aesthetics, even asymmetrical aesthetics, but sometimes that drives you nuts. Nonetheless, it looks like you're in great favor with spirit. And let me show you what I got. I've got 3 major cards. The first one is the High Priestess, which tells me that you're in contact with the upper octaves and getting information that way. It's going to reveal itself within the moon. It hasn't really manifested yet, but this moon can also mean a moon cycle. You got the moon as well. And then I have bringing in opposites. This is an aligning with opposites. This is the Lover's card. So it looks like you are in high company, very good company. So
good for you.
What'd you get?
Well, I just got, don't let your ego get in the way, whatever that is, whatever you're doing, don't, because there could be some bickering. You just got to step back. And I also have that maybe from the devil comes up, but it could be the devil's in the details, or the person that's giving you a hard time and bickering doesn't have a very good sense of how things should go. But I did get the moon. So
isn't that something?
No.
The devil can also ride high with a 6 life path because they are so hard on themselves.
Okay.
The obsessive compulsive ways of being good and beautiful and perfect all the time. And the pressure people put you under. Oh my gosh. I mean, people innately know if they want something, an event planned well and successfully, they hire a 6 to do it.
They do.
Okay. Wow. We had one last one.
One more, and it was Vicky. Her birthday is 10/2/61. She wonders what her purpose is. So.
I love that question.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's just being who we are.
That's all. And knowing that that's enough.
Oh yeah. Double dose of that. So at any one time, we are either someone's teacher or student. The trouble begins when we assume which one we are. You have the innate ability to meet someone where they are, mirror their best self back, and sometimes lose yourself with boundaries aside of that because you are so keenly your intention is to serve others so well that you can champion them to what they want to do. And you would be, that is like your gift of mediation. What you are is you're a 20/2, not a 22, but a 20/2. So you're the mediator. And very, very good at having a 2 personal year as well. So it's like a lot of things to juggle. New people, and I do have the Justice card, which is all evenness and contracts. So everything looks quite good. Just, I know it's hard maybe this year, but because of new people coming in that you have to meet where they are, because that's who you are on the planet, is to teach people how wonderful they are. But these are new people this year coming in, and you're thinking, I don't know if I want to mirror back this person. So that's where the conflict comes.
She's got an expanding social circle.
Yeah.
That's me. And something's going to come in really fast. I don't know what it is, but it's like, boom. And, you know, like maybe somebody will say, I need you to come and help me do this or something like that. And it's the last thing it says is just be careful because you don't want to cry about what they might do or, you know, that they might ask for. But it also says denial of emotions, and don't deny if you're feeling sad, lean on your husband or lean on your friends and know that you can do that. So,
see, yep. and that's one thing about a 2 life path. For your information, I did collect 100 serial killers' birthdays, and there was only 1 2 life path. Just so you know, you're the least likely to kill anybody.
Isn't that good news? Oh, yeah, that's
good news.
I love that. Yeah,
oh my gosh, every one. This is fun. We went. You're welcome, VA. This was really great getting together. And before we sign off for good, we're going to schedule another one to come back and play with. It's been wonderful as before. Do you have any specials going on that you want to talk about? Or
well, for those of you who don't know, my channel is Heart and Soul Connected. And I'm also going to be having a class this summer, 3 weekends, I believe it is, in August, starting the 3rd, the 10th and the 17th, I believe. And it's with Valerie Klingenbeck from Dragonfly Crystals. And we're doing a medium class. So if you're a member, not a subscriber, but a member of my channel, you can get it if you want to get it. I think it's $188 or $177. You can get it for half price if you book it before the 25th of this month. But it should be fun. We'll be doing it on Zoom. So
wonderful.
I'm interested in your class. That sounds wonderful.
Yeah. Well, yes, I do have the memberships as well for learning tarot and numbers and things like that.
That's right. That's right. And I'm a member, so I know she's good.
Oh, yeah, just so sweet.
And she's a member of mine.
We're remembering each other.
We support each other. That's right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. God bless you all. I want to thank you, and we will see you next time. Love ya.
Have a good day.